Congratulations on completing your first game. The positive response to this course in the 5 months since I've released it has been overwhelming. Over those 5 months, I've averaged more than 1,000 new students every single month. People around the world making their first games. And out of the 100 plus positive responses I've received, let me read you a few of them. Sean calls this the complete guide to your first game, easy to follow step-by-step guidance. Mattia calls this the best JavaScript course he's ever found. Ramones says he wishes he had more lessons. Diego says he's waiting for the second part. Philip commented, the teacher's amazing, thank you Philip. But if they had another one that was paid and more thorough, he would definitely enroll. Well, y'all are in luck. In the time since the course came out, I've been working on a new video tutorial, and exactly like that first game, it's actually based out of my textbook, Hands-On Intro to Game Programming, 500 pages of material that has a specific methodology to this content that I work through live with my people I train around the world and have been working with dozens of people. Along the way, noting what questions they ask. What do they need additional explanations on? Where can I find an easier way to go into a concept so by the time we're building scrolling worlds and moving cameras, they better understand all the math and all the detail and all the data involved in making 2D grid-based worlds, because that's really the foundational concept that strings together all the games in this next course. From the brick game, to the racing game, to the adventure game, to this platformer that you're going to see at the very end of it. It's all about how do you build a 2D grid-based world for collision and rendering optimization. This is a concept that's been around for decades in gameplay programming. It's what made some of the first larger game worlds possible, whether they're platformers or RPGs. And whether you choose to stick to HTML5 JavaScript or move on after this course into other languages, these are concepts that are going to benefit you everywhere else. Even if you want to build digital board games like chess or checkers or your own spin on these things. Now, speaking of which, part of what makes this set of games so valuable and so important is that these are the games that I work my training clients through to build them a ramp from only being able to remake a classic arcade game or two to really having a set of reusable concepts and tools in their tool belt to then go on and build kind of any classic game they choose to take on. Where along the way, they can then riff on things they've seen before. They can apply and remix concepts they've already worked with, and they immediately have comfort to start building SNES or DOS era games from kind of the 90s era. Now, just like the course you've just finished, it's a layer-by-layer approach. In fact, you're going to start the first 30 minutes with a quick refresher or a practice review to drill the same core concepts you've learned in this course, because it's exactly what I do with my training clients. Everything about this video is really like you're getting 4 or 5 hours working one-on-one with me. It's the exact same material I walk these people through. And step by step, you're going to learn first how to make sure the ball removes bricks when it overlaps before you go into the details of how to make it collide properly off the sides and so on. And we're going to go from project to project, morphing it, stretching it, reworking it into the next game. So the racing game actually starts as a variation of that brick game to show you how the same concepts apply. The warrior adventure or the dungeon or RPG style game is based directly on the racing game. So if you follow this course, what you've really got is you've got a free first game. You've got a free 2 hours in. This next course is 4.5 hours, more than twice the length, covering a few different game types. And again, at the core of that is the tile or grid concept for collision and rendering that's going to follow you for the rest of your game development career as a universal idea you can repurpose everywhere. Now, this new course also involves some graphics. So when I draw the art, I'm going to walk you through pixel by pixel what I'm doing in case you want to follow along. Because once again, this is highly interactive. This isn't something you're going to passively sit there and listen to me talk to you all day about what I do. This is for you to do on your side of the computer. We hit a few concepts here about angles and motion, a little bit of trigonometry. And when we get to those kind of concepts, I've put some added time into this new course where I illustrate and animate for you exactly what's going on in my head as someone who's been working with this stuff now for over 18 years. Exactly the same kind of things that I have to walk and talk through on whiteboard for people I'm working with around the world live for one-on-one training. You now should get a better animation showing you how to think about it, how it relates the numbers in the code to what you need to see on screen, how it relates the data of what's going on in an array to the collision and rendering code that you're writing for these worlds, for these environments, for these destructible settings. And so I really want you to follow through on this course. It's not only is it the material exactly as I teach it, you're also going to get the full PDF for this entire textbook, which covers 2 additional types of games, a space battle game, as well as an RTS-style core gameplay mechanic, so you can click and drag and move units around. It also, the entire second half of the book is exercises, over 100 exercises for how to extend these games, how to build upon the concepts, so that you're not just left with the starting points, but you really have ways to flesh them out and challenge yourself to learn new ideas. And I want to thank you so much. I'm incredibly grateful you've taken the time to follow this course and build your first game and get it done tonight. That's part of what's important to me. We have a very efficient way to get you through some solid foundations and fundamentals of practical skills, how to do these things. By the end of next week, you can have finished your first 2 games and already be well on your way to building your own original games. with the concepts you're going to learn. Once again, I'm Chris DeLeon, and in the future I look forward to playing the games that you're going to make. Thanks for following along.